Good morning, my friends. Today is Monday, March 3rd. I'm coming to you from Kansas City, Missouri, in the heartland of the United States. And I'm going to be doing a card reading. And I thought while I'm shuffling the cards, I might make it very clear what Radiate Wellness is. If you're on this YouTube channel, you might be going, Radiate Wellness, what is that? Who is that? So that is a company that I started in 2016, but we're several practitioners, plus a couple of virtual assistants. But there's me, Christy. I do readings, Reiki, and regression based here in Kansas City. I can work online as well with certain things. I do readings, Reiki, and regression. So readings of all types. I'm a Reiki master and medical intuitive, and then do hypnosis, quantum healing hypnosis technique, which I'm a level 3 practitioner. I'm most known for that. It has to be done in my office in Prairie Village, Kansas City area, but also do hypnosis work online, introspective and clinical hypnosis. And then there's Mary Jane Stodenman, who's in Geneva, Switzerland, and she does astrology and tarot. If you've seen the Planet Watch series here on our YouTube channel, you'll know Mary Jane. If you've not seen it, go and look at our Planet Watch videos. She's been doing astrology and tarot for decades and knows what she's doing. Then there's Jen Watts, who's here in town in, well, the greater Kansas City area. She's a friend from church, and she does embodiment coaching for women to coach women through changes in their bodies through life. She also does Reiki. She's a Reiki level 2, and she does EFT and breath work. Those are powerful tools. And then there's Heather, our newest practitioner, who's not completely fully launched yet, but we're working on it. And she does mostly shamanic type of Reiki. And her Reiki is powerful. I've had a session with her. She's amazing. So that's Radiate Wellness, in case you were wondering. All right, let's get into the cards today, shall we? Because that's why you're here. Using the Kuan Yin, Wild Kuan Yin Oracle. Beautiful cards, gorgeous cards. And I love the message. The intention that I put into these cards is like, what do we need to know right now? So if you've been paying attention, and even if you haven't been paying attention, things are wacky in the world right now. And a lot of what messages I get are about that. And I follow a lot of other folks who are also tapped into what we can do in this crazy, tumultuous time. I do feel like this is a kind of a quickening, a shift, a waking up, and a much needed change on earth. We need to make sure and come together. So it's the type of change that we want to see. There's a majority of people in the world who want to see things like equity, inclusion, fairness, and actual peace, not the type of peace that comes from invading other countries and taking their resources, but actual peace that comes from diplomacy and negotiation and honoring commitments such as ceasefires. So that's my 2 cents. So let's see what Wild Kuan Yin has to say about this. First of all, we've got gorgeous picture. She's always depicted with or often depicted with a yak in these cards, and I think they're so cool. What will you choose now? You always have this moment. In between all that has been in the past and all that can be in the future, there is this moment, a space where you have absolute power of choice. So why not allow yourself to choose peace, to choose trust, and to fall in love with your life? Okay, that's our direction right now. We need to choose. Do we want to be in a dictatorship, or do we want to be in a democracy? Do we want to have free and fair elections, or do we want to be gerrymandered into choices that we didn't actually make? Do we want to have unfettered access to voting and voting machines, or do we want to have those manipulated behind the scenes electronically? We need to decide that. Do we want to be supporting people who support fascists and actual Nazis and actual Nazi groups in other countries? Or do we want to be represented by and support people who identify with the common person and give opportunities to common people so we can all enjoy the same benefits? It's our choice. We need to choose. And now, if you've been on the fence or like off the fence, and where is that fence? Now is the time to choose. Really is. Okay. absolute power of choice. Choose peace, choose trust, and to fall in love with your life. Next, another gorgeous. Well, there's not a yak in this one, but isn't that pretty? It's a beautiful card. Yeah. And let's see who did the art. I don't think the same person who, it says Anna Fairchild, Alana Fairchild. I don't think she actually did the artwork, but maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, it's beautiful deck. Be guided now. Allow yourself to be guided. The guide cannot take your steps for you. That is your job. But the guide can show you the way up. It is up to you if you choose to take it, whether you tread carefully, dance, or run along the sacred pathway toward the loving arms of the Holy Mother. She's always there to help you. Always there to help you. We're not doing this alone. Yes, the majority of the people in the world want things like democracy, want things like freedom, want things like equality and inclusion. We're not doing it alone. The more we can come together and organize with other people, we've got a stronger voice. All right, so find your groups, find your community, find your community. Be guided now. All right, and then last of all, we've got, isn't that beautiful? What is that, like a ram or something? Oh, it is. It's a ram. Gorgeous. The phoenix will rise. You are not permitted to enter into the divine fire of personal transformation unless you are capable and worthy of the challenge. The reward bestowed at the other side of the journey is such that all suffering throughout is redeemed. No matter what struggle you have endured, you shall rise again. This is your destiny. Oh, if this is not the most positive thing, I don't know what is. Remember the Montgomery boycotts in the civil rights era? That actually affected real change, right? We will rise once we come together and decide that we need to all take action together. I think we will rise. And I think we will ultimately succeed in this. It's going to be a long, hard slog. But the more that we can make our voices heard, calling our senators and our congresspeople, showing up at protests, showing up at their offices peacefully, showing up at town halls, making our voices heard, but being peaceful about it. Yelling is fine. Yelling is probably expected. Peaceful resistance is expected. But the more we can be visible, be loud, be present, we have much more of a chance of succeeding. So no matter what struggle you have endured, you shall rise again. This is your destiny. Remember, in the early days of the United States, there was a small but mighty group of patriots who came together and said, you know what? It's not working so great. That's not really what we want. What do we want? Let's figure this out and stand together. And that's how you affect change. Let's figure out what we want and then let's stand together. Let's stand together for it. All right. So that's your reading for today, my friends. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell, like this video, put comments under the video, yay or nay. I do read everything. And I'll see you again soon. Love you guys. Bye.